A very good morning to you and to yours and everybody around you, your loved ones, anybody you can think of that you want to wish a good week one way or the other. We're here. Oh, yes, we're here. It's a new day. It's a new week. It's a new anything you want it to be. I am Femi D. Amale. This is Nigeria Info 95.1. You're listening to Morning Crossfire with Femi D Live. I'm grateful to you. How did the weekend go? Hope your team brought in the kind of result you can be proud of, that you can brag about, and show yourself and show your standing one way or the other. For example, for Saturday, I do know Brentford did beat Burnley 3-0, Chelsea, Arsenal 2-2, those type of teams, they all play 2-2 like that, Sha. Aston Villa, West Ham 4-1. Tottenham, Fulham will be later today. Sheffield, Man U was 2-1. Man U won, oh. Hey, wow. Wolves, Bournemouth, near my mouth here. 2-1. It did end in that one over the weekend. I do hope you really did catch up. For those who did enjoy the Genti Festival, yes, it was good. I was there at some point yesterday. And on Saturday, the rains. Abuja is now... What did some people do? They don't get to see the rains and the intensity that it comes with. But some of us, we did witness it. We participated. Kai, that rain bit Shige. Hey, Shige, he beats me. He beats me. He beats my wife. He beats him. Anybody that was available outside at that time, the rain did come down heavily on everyone. All the same, it was good. It was good, when an adult decides to pretend like, oh, I'm being beaten by the rain. But in your mind, in your real mind, you're like, I miss so much of being a kid. In real life, you're playing. You really enjoy just coming out and sitting there, even though there are repercussions for that as well, when you do stay under the rain for so long. Anyway, welcome to the show. I've got a review of the biggest stories for you from across the papers for today, and I'm glad it's Monday. It means fresh stories, more drama, and who knows, maybe the truth will break out. But after all, there's only one thing to believe.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's take on the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I am Femi D. Amele.
All right then, welcome to the show. Let's review some of the big stories now. We'd like to review stories as we have them from this day, Daily Trust, Daily Post, Punch, and Leadership newspaper for today, okay? Today being the 23rd day in the month of October 2023. Do you remember the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers? And we on our Nigeria Info have only informed you, or are only informing you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Starting off with this day now. Shatima arrives U.S. to attend AFDB World Food Security Summit. Afrix Bank, China's Sexim signed $600 million deal to fund loans, trade finance transactions. FRC compliance on compliance with Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance above average. Federal government seeks private sector partnership on poverty alleviation, economic development. U.S. seeks increased investment to develop young Nigerian talent. Other stories of interest as well. Elected politicians curtailing palliatives distribution in states, CD alleges. Federal government, PwC to partner on solid minerals roadmap. Make good use of media, information platforms as CJ or just Nigerians. You also want to read about impact of soaring forex on Nigerian fintechs, a deep dive. Nigeria's foreign debt service up by 18% year on year to $2.56 billion. Central Bank money supply increased to 66.42 trillion naira in September. Can Akpabio resolve growing discontent? When Uba's sins were forgiven, that's in under politics now, the deplorable state of federal roads. Of circular elections, can INEC redeem its image? Oyebanji moves to raise bar of governance inequity. All right, well, these are some of the leading stories here and there as you have it from the likes of this day for today. Now to Daily Trust. No attempt on my life. Yaya Bello contradicts commissioner. Plateau now. Appeal Court annuls victory of Senate Minority Leader. Appeal Court annuls victory of Senate Minority Leader. Caning students, discipline or abuse? Okay, that's the question around this. Caning students, discipline or abuse? Domestic, foreign airlines disagree on multiple designations. Biringwari villagers raise alarm over Ansaru militants' presence. Water scarcity hits FCT Council. Police ban protests in Benue. Yaya Bello's convoy ambushed en route to Abuja. Kogi government raises alarm. Nigeria, the returnees will leave again. Supreme Court judges drop to 10 as Justice Datijo bows out. Boko Haram attacks custom house in Yobe, kills officer. You also want to read about stories on NDIC soon to pay creditors, depositors on liquidated banks, 1.6 billion naira, says MD. Wike Pandef hits Gumi, says any Nigerian can be FCT minister. Third mainland bridge repairs completed. Police ban protest in Benue. 500,000 jobs created from solar intervention in rural areas, says REA. Allianz trade forecast oil prices to reach $140 per barrel. 3 years after, Mikado Motors, Gili packed hits rock. 3 ex-Ekiti governors, Bamidele endorses Oyebanji for second time. Why Atiku's name change affidavits was signed on a Saturday, says aide. Gumi's attack on Tinubu, recipe for chaos, Nabena. Baba Ahmed wins 2023 IBB Ladies Close Championship. And then NDA cadets shine at maiden military sailing games in China. Lobby Stars edge Abia Warriors 2-0 to maintain unbeaten run. All right, well, those are stories there. Gaza war, stop. Pope Francis again pleads with Hamas and Israel. Reverend commits suicide as adultery scandal leaks on church WhatsApp group. UNICEF says 120 incubator babies at risk as Israel courts Gaza fuel. Escape attempt, Niger deports president, family doing well. Again, Israeli strikes hit Syria's Damascus, Aleppo airports. Al-Ribadu and Wase averted the Gaza-like crisis in West Africa. All right, well, these are stories there. As you would find, there's also the story of new auditor general must be independent. Okay, there's a story about that there. Moving on to Daily Post for today. CSU, stop chasing shadows. Defend allegations of forgery against you. Article to Buhari, to Tinubu rather, I beg to say. Unknown soldiers attack Kogi Governor Yaya Bello along Abuja Road. 10 things you need to know this Monday. Wike orders demolition of popular Abuja market. Okay, let's find out which market that will be. How troops killed notorious bandit leader in Bauchi. Boko Haram insurgents attack custom office in Yobe, kill operatives. Okay, all right, let me just quickly go back now. So they are removing shanties and illegal settlements in Area 11 and some part of the city to curb incessant insecurity faced by residents. Okay, so that area I think would have to be Area 11. Okay, now back to Daily Post headlines. Well, they do offer more. Nigerians suffering from hunger are not on social media. Pastor Giwa Yobe now. Governor Buni mourns as Boko Haram kills custom personnel in Gedam. Custom reacts as Boko Haram attacks facility in Yobe. Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu's case should be settled politically, says ex-chief judge. Otukpo bank robbery. Domas in USA call for immediate investigation and arrest of culprits. Journalists decry alleged assault and unlawful arrest, detention by police in Ebonyi State. Appeal court sacks Senate Minority Leader Nwa Dukwan and orders fresh elections. APM asks Supreme Court to dismiss Tinubu Shetima's objection to his petition. We will win at Supreme Court, PDP assures supporters. Group 6 Supreme Court's resolution of pending Imo Guba suits before November 11. All right, away from that, let's go to Punch for today. Fuel hit 685 naira per litre in North. Gombe NSCDC falls same-sex wedding, arrests 76 suspects. Extortion, 14 LASMA officials to face disciplinary panel. Police inspectors are in trouble for extorting commercial motorcyclists. Federal government attracts $2 billion investment in renewable energy sector. 3-year blueprint. Federal government plans 26 trillion naira borrowing, 29 trillion naira for debt servicing. Okay? And then Naira slums further exchanges at 1,119 naira, 190 naira to a US dollar. APC, PDP hopeful as Supreme Court battle starts today. Friends mourn Nigerian medical students killed in Philippines. Assassination, police probe alleged attempt on Bello. 5 die, 15 injured in Lagos Ibadan highway crash. All right, all the stories of interest as well. You find NDLEA intercepts Saudi Arabia bound cocaine concealed in body cream. Friends mourn, okay, they take that. Nigerian woman sells 3-month-old grandson for 50,000 naira. I'm losing my mind. Soldier seeking discharge tells army. Residents tackle developer of 10-story hotel, Lagos sales property. All right, well, these are just some of the stories there. And finally, from the leadership for today, you find of interest, there's no assassination attempt on me, says Governor Bello. Epidemic of illicit arms. As Olukoyede takes over at EFCC, Unilever Nigeria records 26% growth in turnover. Naira to dollar exchange rate from 1st of October to 18th, 2023. High exchange rate. Cargo import drops to 65% at seaport. Serap asks court to restrain reps from procuring 360 SUVs. Terrorists kill customer officer, nursing mother, burn cars and building. Labour Party group threatens protest over Abure. Fresh evidence, Supreme Court hears articles motion October 23. Wike says robust parliamentary services critical to democracy. Poor leadership decision, cause of Nigerian woes, says Obaseki. Don't sell your vote for 4 years of suffering, cleric tells Nigerians. Imo Gubanam and the contentious zoning debate. Endless litigations over elections worries INEC. All right, well, these are stories here and there as you find them across the papers for today. Do remember, the stories have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Watch your #1 talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info every day of the week, Mondays to Friday on YouTube to catch up with the Morning Crossfire.
All right, then, let's check in with you and your views with regards to a lot of these stories for today. Do you remember the stories that I did read out were published under the editorial guide of various papers? And now to our own editorial guide. We call on you to follow through with our editorial guide. Your course needs to be devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us on Nigeria Info. We plead with you to keep your emotions in check as you also speak while millions of people are listening in to you this very morning. Oh yes, we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join us on those platforms and be part of the show this very morning. Let's read up your comments and also see your interactions with others. All right, let's take on your calls.
This is Morning Crossfire.
We'd like to take on your calls on 0700-951-0000. Okay, that's 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 080-9597-4869. Okay, did you get that? All right, I'm sure you did. 080-9597-4869. And on WhatsApp, it's 080-999. That's a 999 now. 30137. Good morning to you. I'm Femi D. What's your name?
Good morning, Dr. Femi D. Amele.
Welcome.
I'm Bakar, calling you from Gwagwalada.
All right, welcome.
We hope leaders of the world who combine in Cairo Peace Summit will see reason and heed the advice of Pope Francis that conflict, dangerous conflict between Israel and Hamas to be stopped. Please, we should steer toward for human life. God created the entire universe for the sake of mankind. Man is greater than angels. Man is greater than anything on the surface of earth. We should respect sanctity of life. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Grateful to you. Okay, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning, Femi D.
Glad you joined in. Welcome.
Nothing break the news like the news. My name is Salasi. I greet the callers, Abubakar and Malan Haruna from Kukwa.
Welcome,
I
Salasi.
want to talk about most especially the insecurity in Burnham Gwari. You can see here them start complaining that Asaru militants are threatening them in Burnham Gwari. And we are talking, you see what happened again in Yobe. These bandits, these terrorists, kill custom officers. So I think something needs to be done about this insecurity, not to be fighting weekend in Abuja. I may wonder, is Abuja the birthright of some set of people to become the minister? Look at your state there, Federal University of Gusau. Their student has been there in the hands of bandits. You are not talking about that. You are busy fighting weekend here. While your state has been battling with insecurity, people have been suffering in your state. You are not even talking about that. You are just having your energy on weekend. What did weekend do? So something needs to be done about this insecurity. Once life is lost, it can be recovered. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you as well. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, my doctor. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, madam.
Hi, it's madam.
She's well.
All right. My name is Mami G. I'm calling you from Bari. Good morning to our brothers and sisters. It's going to be a wonderful Monday. Caning children in school, is it allowed? When we're growing up, when we're in school, then what we have is they discipline you and they use cane. But in my public school, we have where you are not supposed to cane a student. So even at home, when you want to discipline your child, I'm not saying to cane your child, I'm using discipline. There are some places, they will either say, give us your palm, they will just give you 1, 2, please. They will sit you down, don't do that again. Or your back. Back means back, under back, small. But not out of frustration, the child, what does he know? You beat the child all over his body, that is one. Secondly, Dr. Femi, a lot of people don't eat healthy meals. So you don't know whether this child is even healed or, eat healthy meals. Before you know, you start picking the child as if now be the cause of your economy in the country. Please, my fellow teachers, if you must discipline a child, I think this is from beating the child. All you need to do is sit the child and talk with the child. If the child doesn't understand your language, maybe you have to call the parents. Even parents at home, don't use annoyance or frustration to beat your children. What happened last week? Delta State,
All right.
Kaduna, and what have you. It's not advisable. I don't talk too much.
And we will leave space for others.
Have a beautiful program.
Thank you so much, madam. I'm grateful to you. Also, Francis Unamani from Enugu, Amagunze in Enugu says, good morning, Femi. Keep up the good work. Master John Lassisi from Jigo Buhari says, good week to Dr. Femi and all of us on this platform. Good morning, Femi D. Obunike Paul Fitzgerald writes in. Isiaka Abdulaziz also says, good morning, Femi D. Watching from Suleja. God bless Nigeria. Also, Francis did say the distribution of palliatives in various states of the Federation should be thoroughly monitored and checkmated to avoid being mismanaged, ordered, or diverted. May God help us. Also, Francis writes that in. Onyeka Asoya says, no attempt on my life according to Yaya Bello, but his commissioner said it was an assassination attempt. So it was state managed by them. If you know, then you'd understand. St. Jude did write his own view in. Also, Francis says, I totally agree with Gumi for saying that any Nigerian can be the FCT minister. Jemiluyi Femi says, good morning, Femi D. Anthony Emelogun says, good morning, Femi, watching live from Mina. Joe Aben says, what does Gumi stand for and who is he? Okay. Dr. Mrs. Olebara from Owerri says, I want to remind fiscally abusive teachers and parents and guidance who insist that their actions are a form of discipline to know there's a big difference between using fiscal punishment and fiscal abuse to discipline children. The point of discipline children is to teach them right from wrong and not to leave them in fear. Abusive parents provide the opposite of what the children need. Instead of teaching and nurturing, they distort and destroy. All types of abuse leave lasting scars and damage a child's sense of self and ability to function at home, school, and work. Let's correct with love, okay? All right? Well, those are stories there. Okay, more calls as I start to round off. Yep.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, Charles calling from Hospital.
Oh, good to have you on, Charles.
A former judge told the government to settle and the Carlo issue politically. And my advice for Tinubu and his government, they should keep him and keep running around postponing the court cases. I was watching them. In 2015, during the Paris administration, they said that I am not one of the supporters of PDP or APC. But PDP was selling crude oil for $100. It didn't do anything. Now, crude oil is over $100. And APC now it's no longer a blessing. It's actually a cause because people, in fact, subsidy has been removed.
But I just want to be sure. Do you mean petrol or crude oil? Because crude oil price is set by the international market, not by a country.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the crude oil.
And you know, you had mentioned that PDP sold crude oil, so I wanted to be sure. I mean, to clarify.
They said that PDP sold it over $100, and they didn't do anything. They couldn't show anything. But currently now they are saying of 140 for international price.
Yes.
Yes. There is no subsidy. That
Okay.
they say they are using the money to pay. There is no infrastructure that going on. All they are good at propaganda. And the holding of Mazen and the Carlo has started a big spell in Nigeria.
All right.
They want they should take it.
Thank you. Thank you for your viewpoint. Okay. Well, he thinks a lot of things will be different if Nnamdi Kanu was released. Well, I think that's the bottom line of what Charles was getting at there and then. All right, I'll check on one more call very quickly now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, world class Dr. Femi Amale. I remember I'm Abubakar Ali Ketin working. I'm calling from PW Kubwa.
All right, welcome.
Dr. Femi D, for the past 8 years during Buhari regime, to date, Sheikh Gumi has been daring the Nigerian state. He has been daring the Nigerian authority. We want to know the DSS and the police should prove to Nigeria that this man is not above the law. He put out reckless and dangerous information that are not true out there and is not called for questioning. This must not be allowed to continue.
Okay.
This man must be called and they should ask him what is his mission against the Nigerian state. You put out an information that is inaccurate, and if not for verification, a lot of people would have, taken side with him and begin to cast aspersion on the FCT minister.
Okay.
only for the information to turn out to be fake. This man must be questioned. He's not bigger than the Nigerian state.
All right.
DSS police, do your work now.
Okay.
Thank you for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. Stay with us right here now, Nigerian Info. I'll be back after the news.
We must not play politics with security.
Let's talk about the biggest conversations.
Made of trustworthy
There are two things involved when it comes to work. Either you love your job or you hate it. If you hate it,
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.